Well, Enlighten was set up within the Fantasy Lights group some years ago to specialise in the area of professional LED and architectural lighting. In the old days, lighting was determined by the wattage of a bulb in a room, and that's how simple it was. Today, lighting is rocket science, with the requirement of people wanting proper lighting to work, say, within offices because of computerisation. And indeed, that type of environment, lighting has to be very, very professional in terms of how it supports the working environment of people within offices. And then it leads on to, of course, the whole problem now associated with the reduction of fossil fuels in the future and how we're going to light our buildings in the future. So this is where LED has come into play because of its efficiency and its ability to, if you like, reduce the amount of consumption quite dramatically. LED is very simply light-emitting diodes. And it's a bit like paint. If you look at colour, you have three colours, RGB, which is red, green and blue. And those three colours put together create white. And in a programmable situation, you can create up to 3,500 combinations of colours using RGB. The important thing about, again, the use of LED lighting is that we can bring colour into projects. For example, in the lighting of fountains in park areas, we can bring colour in there, and those colours can be changed. For example, a great idea for cities, for example, they could have one lighting, say, their fountains for green for St. Patrick's Day, and they can change those colours to, say, have red for Christmas or whatever they decide to do during the year. It's all programmable, it's all changing, and can be changed using LED. Enlighten was set up to specialise within the LED market. I think one of the most important things, again, on the use of LEDs is that a lot of the issues and a lot of the questions that were asked by our clients is to resolve their lighting difficulties. With the use of LED, we can bespoke manufacture and design, and that's a very important part of our business, is to resolve issues for our clients. Sometimes particularly with health and safety today in the marketplace, it's very costly to go in and sort of bring in a cherry picker or ladders, whatever else, to replace lights. Whereas you have a situation that we can put in LEDs, and LEDs can give longevity and reduce the cost of maintenance that's required in that particular situation. Well, I think the importance of the buildings is that their contribution to tourism, and I think, particularly in this part of the world, where it tends to get very dark for long periods of time, for 5-6 months of the year, I think lighting enhances these buildings. And, with colour changing, we can create beautiful aesthetics, appeal of buildings, particularly historical buildings and buildings that are major contributors to cities, in how cities look and how cities feel. We as a company, for example, using modern technology, we can take buildings such as any famous or major building in Dublin. We can light that using computer technology. We can create 3D effects of that particular building. So we can actually predetermine how that building can look at different times when it's lit by using computer technology. When it comes to the professional market, it is a science. So therefore, if you're talking about the retail environment, it's very important that the lighting represents the product correctly that the retailer is trying to sell, and also works within the environment of his staff, that they can carefully run their business, within that confinement. It's very important working closely with the professional sector, that's architects and engineers, in the planning of buildings for the future. We provide a service through computerisation that we can advise consultants on what lights and what type of lights and what type of effect they will create. And more importantly, then that will lead into the energy reduction for the future. This can be pre-programmed and determined by using computerisation and software, which is very much enhanced with the use of LED and modern lighting technologies.